is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
I just think Quan isn't a good character. Why? Why? And I could give two shits about Madrigal. Come on, guys. What are we doing? Master Chief's ass. I didn't expect that. What the fuck is this? I'm really confused on what they're gonna do. All right, here we are. Finally, season 2. We get 2 episodes, and I'm excited because neither of us have texted each other. We haven't said anything. We're just like, when are we recording? Because we wanted to keep this as fresh as possible. So, Sparks, these 2 episodes, before we get into spoilers, how did you feel about it?
I would say that if episode 1 were in season 1, it would be the best episode of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's much of a competition, but
spoiler free, I will say this. Both season 1 and season 2, I'll give them credit. They really knew how to nail that opening act of those seasons, and it gets you pumped up. But I will say both episodes have their strengths, but they kind of lose steam a little bit.
I think that's a pitfall of making an hour-long show.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't want to get too deep into spoilers. I just wanted to kind of get our overview thoughts. I actually, for the most part, think I enjoy myself.
I would say, in general, I'm with you there. It wasn't The Boys level of enjoyment. Not even like Last of Us level. But it redeemed itself from the previous season, so that's something. And we even managed to start on a high note of all things.
Honestly, again, I enjoyed that a lot more than season one had its moments, but I feel like just these 2 episodes, I think I enjoyed them a lot more than I did season 1.
I think honestly I could count the moments from season 1 on like one hand.
And episode 1 especially of this, that was just such fucking cool moments, and I don't think we should hold off anymore. I'm going to do what we usually do on the main show for our spoilers. You're going to hear a sound, and that is going to be your indication to take a break, go watch the episodes, come back. It is officially spoiler territory. That means it is officially
pizza time.
All right. We are in the spoilers. Let's get into it. So 2 episodes, Sanctuary and Sword. And the funny thing is the notes differences between you and I, because we shared our notes together.
Oh yeah, wow.
So here's the thing: you said you watched them twice, right? Or did you?
I ended up watching this. Okay, the difference in our notes is like the difference between a boyfriend and a girlfriend texting each other.
It's like I said before we started recording, I said it is a perfect encapsulation of our relationship of like type A and type B personalities, because your notes are extensive and like well thought out, and mine are just like wonky ass CGI.
I'm analytical.
Yeah. Well, again, I told you I use them as bullet points of things that like I know I want to talk about for each episode. But I will say right off the jump, I think this first episode was awesome, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I did kind of feel like a teenager again because it was late at night. I just finished some D&D like a nerd, and I was like, all right, I got to watch these 2 episodes, and I ate a bag of jalapeno Cheetos, and I'll be honest, I was pretty damn excited when Master Chief was wasting fools in that first episode.
Okay, yeah, so, look.
The shotgun? Come on,
No,
man.
the shotty was slick as all hell.
Oh, so good.
A no-looker. if you will.
Oh, so that was the moment that I audibly like fucking cheered. Like it was so good.
Look. If there's one thing I appreciate about season 2 over season 1 is that we fixed the goddamn opening theme.
Oh, so good.
How
the fucking monks.
what? Who in their right goddamn mind makes a Halo show but doesn't include the monk chant in the theme? That's in the score. What? Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Or if you were gonna like hold off, like there needs to be like a particular moment that you're like that it hits, and it's the first time you hear it. And it's like this amazing moment.
And what's amazing is it was so good. I went no. There's no way that we didn't at least have the monks in some form in season 1.
Oh, yeah.
So I rewound. I watched episode 7 because it was the only one that I hadn't watched. And when I say I watched it, I mean I only watched like the first 3 minutes of it until the title sequence, and I heard the music, and I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, no, they fixed this.
Oh, yeah, the score is noticeably better. Like, that's another positive. Everything about... This is what's so frustrating about this show, where I feel like it's a show, and these would have been so much better as movies. Where, like, there's just flashes of brilliance where I'm like, this should have just been a movie. Like, we're overcomplicating this story.
I mean, I guess if you're, like, super into the lore, there might be something there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, even for the lore nerds, the title for episode 1...
Yeah.
You know what this is. You know what Sanctuary is.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, like you said, the monks, and, like, saying, like, it's a crazy idea, but they're like committing to the things that made people love Halo. It's like, whoa!
They actually just made a Halo show. Imagine that.
You guys actually just used the thing that people like?
It's like Leo DiCaprio just sitting up in the chair. It's like, ugh.
I'm telling you, I swear to you, Paramount and Microsoft saw what Sony did with HBO and The Last of Us, and we're like, wow, crazy. I guess if you like find ways to tell new stories and adapt and elevate the material, but also stay true to it, people that like that thing will like this. That's whoa! That's how adaptations work?
What a concept!
Whoa!
So,
because there's no reason a Halo show or a Halo like shouldn't translate to a show. I just personally think it translates better as a movie because already in these first 2 episodes, much like season 1. It's better when it's moving.
Okay, so I know a lot of people coming into this are going to be thinking, well, these guys, they're just fanboying out here and they're only going to have nice things to say. Hold that thought, all right? Just hold that thought for me because, you know, we open up on Sanctuary and our Spartan team's together. You know, everything seems to be quote-unquote normal. And eventually we do get to a big fight with some Covenant on the planet. And I'll tell you what, they even though they quote-unquote filmed it in fog, in smoke, the CGI on the elites is still pretty rough.
Oh, dude. I don't even, because I wrote in my your very extensive, this is why you do the episode breakdowns, because you actually are very detailed. Here's one of my first bullet points. Some wonky ass CGI. So the beginning, when you're seeing Chief and Riz running, it looks so bad. And it shouldn't look that bad. Why is it so hard to animate running? I don't get it. Because the Flash looked like shit. This looks like shit. I hate to be that guy, but like you guys had this cooking for a while. You couldn't go back and touch that up?
But I guess just, you know, try to speed Spartans up. You take something that should be natural and it ends up looking pretty unnatural.
Sparks, seriously, how can it look that bad, dude? Explain it to me. In the year of our Lord,
but
2023 when this, or 2022, whenever this was filmed, but we are in the 21st century and we should not be having CG that looks like it was made in 2000.
They
overspent
on their fog budget.
Honestly, I don't think that it looks that bad in the fog. Like, they were smart enough to mask it that way. But there are still shots where he's hitting like I don't know, man. Like, and it's just like the most random shots too. It feels like there's some shots where, yeah, that is a guy in a suit. He's physically there. He's doing it, and then for one scene, it's animated where he's jumping on somebody, and it's completely CG. And I'm like, you couldn't have had a stunt guy just jump on something and just blue screen it in. Like, what are we doing?
Nope. So anyway, we're on Sanctuary, and they're trying to evac them before the Covenant come in and glass the planet. And I love how even in the universe, they don't have an explanation for what glassing something is. That's just what it is. They glass it. Not like...
Which is a term that's also used in Gears of War, I'm pretty sure.
And actually in the Mandalorian, too, because I think they glassed Mandalore, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's a pretty universal term. I felt like at some point somebody would use the technical term for it, but I guess here it is. That's the technical. So there's a religious order among the people in this village, and they don't want to leave, and they make an appeal to the Spartan about having a soul, and this place has a soul. And I'll tell you what, lady, this place's soul is about to get fucked up. Okay, that is what's going on here. And if you don't want to save your own ass, I respect the dedication, but just know this planet is fuckered beyond all words.
I will say this though. What's so funny to me is what I was thinking about while watching this episode was how they were like, we're gonna put Chief in the suit for an extended period of time. I mean, the first 15 minutes he's in the suit with the helmet on. And I just think of this whole first episode and how good it looks, and then how the rest of this episode and the next episode, they just kill their momentum. And how excited and it's just, and then yeah, this whole scene of like, do you have a soul? I'm like, what are we? Okay.
I mean, it's getting oddly personal here, aren't we?
Yeah, and
I mean,
I'm trying to get back to the positive things because there's a lot that I liked about this episode, but you're right. There's some things I just can't forgive, like the crazy CG and then this fucking random shit, and it's like, just get to the.
Well, okay. So anyways. They do that, and then they notice that the comms relay is down.
Before that, can I also say, we also find out that none of the Spartans have their pellets.
Yep, all of them taken out.
Because Vanix admits before Chief and Riz get to the town people, she goes, well, "Did you take your pellet out?" And he's like, "Yeah, 3 weeks ago."
God damn it. First off, I just love Spartan small talk.
You know what? It works because they have to move their head more with the helmet, and so it is funny. Like,
well, it's funny because it's just really awkward, and it's not nearly as awkward as it was before, where like half the crew, have emotions and don't have their pellets anymore. And
you know what else? It goes back to what we were saying about season 1. Our favorite things about season 1 was the Silver Team dynamic and Chief. So to see them like joking around and actually being friends, it's fun, it's exciting, and again, that's the best part about this show is that dynamic.
Well, and the little jabs of humor. They're actually the one that I love is coming up because Chief goes up to check on that comms relay.
Oh yeah, this was
and
a
then
good one,
he comes in and he finds the warthogs and they're abandoned. He keeps walking further, and out of nowhere, just a bunch of bullets come at him, and nobody hits him. He yells them to stop, and then they tell him, like, we're communications. He goes, I can tell by your shooting. Bro,
yeah, that was good.
Fucking shade.
And what I'm finding interesting about Pablo Schreiber's version of Master Chief and John, and it showed a little bit in season 1, but I think like this episode, it kind of showed a little bit more of like, his version of John, I feel like, is always intense, but there's a different level of like calmness to him when he's in the suit, when he's being Master Chief. Like, it's almost like a superhero dynamic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that shows in this first episode because like cracking a joke like that and just having all the confidence of like, I'm just gonna fuck up these covenants because that's what I do.
Well, speaking of, so The comms relay out there is down, and somebody in the squad thinks there's something in the fog. And first off, anybody knows there's definitely something out there.
But smartly, they're like, we can't blow our budget, so we have to do it in a stylized visual way, so we don't have to animate all this cover.
Well, and then they just use the cloaking.
And they cloak them.
And they just start taking down Marines. And we get Chief. He finally gets to just cut loose for a little bit.
Oh, again, the swords look good. I think the cloaking looks good. But the best thing about it was, again, when it's like, hey, let's be Halo. The Halo show should be like Halo. And he picks up the shotgun, and it's just, you hear that, like, the cock of it, and you're like, oh, yeah, let's go. And he just fucking mows these dudes down with the shotgun. The moment that made me, like, open, like, oh, okay, that, like, I literally went, holy shit, when he no-look shottied that grunt. Yep. Or the brute.
No look behind the back.
And, yeah, he's going, and you see, like, again, good sound design, good score. It's this intense thing, and he just and then he just boom pops him, no look. That was so good, and it's again crazy.
So
I want to see Master Chief be cool in the Halo show.
I mean, I think it's on its way, but we're getting ahead of ourselves there. So the energy, the fight starts to die down a little bit, and then what's that over the crest? Chief sees something that looks kind of familiar. But we don't immediately address it, but just know it is what you think it is.
I just want to say that I do think that this scene was really cool. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, no, it was very solid, and I think it was a good way to open a season 2.
I liked how, again, they utilized the low visibility, had a narrative reason for it to do it the way they did it. And I kind of love the camera work of it being really disorienting. I love that idea of it and adding that layer to it. And again, you can already see just the focus and the leveling up we're seeing of the action in this season.
Now, a fun little point of contention between us is, they were talking about this, and I don't know if it's this shot in particular, but going into this season, they were really hyping up this idea of a one shot camera shot, a one take, a oneer.
I think it's episode 4.
Oh, it felt like they were kind of driving it on this one too.
Yeah, you could see the touchstones there already.
But when that one comes around, we'll talk about it. But so that's
the shape. Is it a woman?
Oh, who?
We don't know.
Who is it? But that's okay because a bunch of elites just start decloaking and popping their swords. We're like, oh no, it's about to go off. And then it doesn't. Just a little itty bitty cock tease there.
Yeah.
Because they all peace out and the Covenant just starts glassing the whole fucking place.
Also, keep in mind he's trying to save the Marine named Perez, and he saves her. I only mention that because she plays a role.
She'll be back.
Yeah.
So yeah, they start glassing the goddamn planet.
Hey, again, solid score. I think it was a very impactful scene. I thought it was really well done, and again, I was in. I was like, okay, this is doing enough to win me over here. Like I'm enjoying myself. And then we cut to the title screen. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, we're 15 minutes in, and now we're cutting to the title screen.
I'm waiting for the day we don't even get title screens until the end of the episode.
Just do a title card. Just flash Halo. We know what we're watching.
Hey, they gave us the monks.
They did.
So I'm going to roll with that one for now. But so, yeah, that was the opening shot there. And if you're thinking, well, yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to be out in space fighting aliens. I hate to tell you, we're going to spend a lot more time on Reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of Reach, we go to Reach and there's a whole debrief and, well, there was a fun little mention that I enjoyed because Madrigal got fucked.
Yeah.
Estuary got fucked. And all I could think was, wait. Did you say Madrigal? Are we done with this? Is it over? Uh, mm,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna be honest. I legitimately thought the same thing.
oh my god, it's over.
I did the same exact thing. I'm like, fuck, did they? Because I didn't remember. I didn't look at the cast list until I was looking up the cast, and then I saw that her name was still there. I was like, damn it! But I was stoked for a minute.
I was like genuinely believing we were done with whatever bullshit that was gonna be.
Again, I want to make it very clear: no hate to the actual actress that plays the character.
The badly written
it's just
character.
the character itself, yes, or herself. Excuse me.
So we get to meet the Halsey's replacement, although no one could replace Halsey, as so much said by the new oh god, what do they call themselves? Their little organization.
O&I?
Oni head Ackerson.
Ackerson, solid villain already.
I am
fucking douchebag, and I love
I'm
it.
having a hell of a time watching him because having actually seen the entirety of Titans on HBO, he plays Brother Blood in the final season, and it's all I can see. And it's just rough. So I'm having a hard time taking him seriously. But you can tell this guy's not exactly on the level. He's not forthright.
I like him though. I like his dynamic with John, and
Antagonist?
Well, I just like that. Okay, this is clearly the antagonist, and he's a douche, and you want to have an annoying villain.
I mean, it's not even that he's annoying. It's just like, so here's the whole thrust of everything. Chief saw something that nobody can believe, which is the Covenant leaving without a fight.
And also the fact that he's saying that, like, hey, they took out the comm relays for a reason. I think they're using these smaller planets as training.
And nobody fucking believes him because, it's not...
Why are we ignoring the Master Chief, the guy who runs this fucking squad?
Oh, because he took his pellet out, and he's clearly unstable after the whole Cortana thing. But here's my thing. In this day and age, are you telling me that the video evidence from those helmets is inadmissible?
Yeah.
Like, nobody thought, maybe we should watch his helmet cam.
Or do they, or if it's not in the lore, why don't they record?
I'm 90% sure I remember it recording.
It did the playback from Cortana, but was that Cortana?
Yeah, I don't know. But why wouldn't you have...
Speaking of Cortana, where the fuck is she? We don't know until next episode. But what are we doing with... God, see, that's the one... Sorry, I mean, I hate to bull rush into this, but that is my least favorite thing about the beginning to this season is how they still have... I mean, maybe they'll explain it later down the season, but they just didn't bother to really put that much effort to explain to me what exactly happened with Cortana and John, other than, she just got taken out. But how did he gain his consciousness back?
Well,
we don't know any of that.
I don't know. From what I could gather from like that really, really brief scene, I mean, she basically managed
crying when she was taken out, I guess.
Well, she basically managed to walk his body back to UNSC Med, and then it was like, oh, yeah, hey, I'm going to do everything I can to bring his consciousness back, and the only way to do this is to basically break us apart. Sever the connection. And
that's a lot of speculation there.
I don't know. I'm just going what they give me. But their separation...
I mean, a little bit more than that. I mean, that's fine, but then also maybe have him go into a little bit more of why they do, you know what I mean? I mean, they do eventually explain it, but I don't. The biggest question I had from season 1 doesn't even really get answered. It gets answered, but it doesn't really get answered. And again, maybe it'll pay off later in the season. We don't know.
Or you just need to suspend your disbelief.
And you know what? I think your read of it is pretty accurate. I'm pretty sure that is the read on it, but
so before we get too far into the weeds on that, we do actually get an interesting little reveal, which is the Spartan 2s. We get Cobalt Team.
Yes.
And that's actually kind of neat because like throughout season 1, there was, I don't recall a mention of any other squad whatsoever.
It just focused on Silver Team.
And I don't know if that's just because that's what they're focused on, or maybe because, again, these are Spartan 2s. But, all right, there we go.
Well, and that is a part of their whole like promotion for this season was that the Spartans needed to unite. So we are going to probably get more Spartans, which, yeah, hell yeah, let's get more Spartans.
Yeah.
The best thing about the fucking UNSC, it'd be nice to see more of them.
Yep. So then after all that, and Chief has a little spat with the Cobalt team because they get to go on a mission, and Silver Team is basically benched for being unstable. Who'd have guessed? So Chief goes and pouts in the company of a weird holo video sex booth thing.
Oh my god. See, this is what I mean. There's so many things that I like about this show, and then some things I'm like, what are we doing?
I was so confused about what was going on. Like, he's basically like, taking some sort of, I don't even know if it's like a therapy thing or a sex thing, but basically like just remodeling
what
an
was
AI to try to look like Cortana. But he like has a card that he preloads to go back to, and then just like keep trying to rebuild. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening here. This is so awkward.
And then he's talking to it, and then it talks back, and then he's like, it's better if you don't talk. And I'm like, what the fuck is this doing in a Halo show?
Yeah, I don't know.
To humanize him? We've already seen the man's ass. We've seen him fuck. We know he's a human. Can we move on, please?
He's got needs.
It's just this is the thing with doing the hour-long episodes. I feel like there's just shit that doesn't need to be in it.
So, okay, it's not all bad.
What point was that to serve? Because it makes it seem like he misses Cortana, but actually he was thinking about Maki, and I'm like, what the? Pick a lane.
I don't know, but I know that it wasn't all for nothing because it got him out to the city where he managed to bump into a familiar face.
He ran into what was her name?
Admiral Perengoski, or at least former admiral.
Yeah.
And after the whole Halsey fucking bit, she got shit canned. But she does seem to believe Chief about Sanctuary, so that's something.
Yeah.
So
something.
that was the entire A plot, but rest assured, there's a B plot, and well, this one's kind of rough too. And it's got some weird connotations about it because we start off with the rubble, where they're basically selling people into 2-year indentured servitude systems. This is really awkward.
Yeah.
I
didn't. Do you know? To be honest, I didn't even pay attention. I did not notice that because the only note I have from that is like, oh, Soren's back.
Yeah, no, they were hauling people like it's almost like it was the fucking Dutch India Company, and they're hauling people up onto the stage. They're like, all right, who wants this person in their fucking crew? I'm like, this is wow. The more things change, the more they stay the same. So. In all these
I didn't even
rubble pirate families are bidding on taking on people, and they're basically taking on survivors, which again is really wild to me. But there's this one really, really meek guy named Felix. I actually wrote down Curly because his hair stands out so much among everyone else, and
weird haircut.
And in order to try to like gain his indentured servitude, his sanctuary, as it was, he claims to know where Halsey is. Because apparently, after her capture, he claims that she was, like, being taken off planet in a cryotube, and he happened to see her, but, a lot of people can say shit, so what does it matter?
Exactly, yeah. I was just happy to see Soren again because I thought, like, we got that news about Madrigal. So I was like, oh, maybe we're just going to follow him and we're going to connect him. And we still might get this.
Well, we still might, yeah.
We're going to reunite him with John, and he's going to help John because, again, it's all about all the Spartans uniting together and all that shit.
I guess, yeah, he would be one of the
And we might get there. We might get there. I don't know.
He might be one of them. So
But
Soren ends up picking up this little reject because he's got a bone to pick with Halsey. Because of that,
of course,
because of his arm and everything.
because taking him from his
fucking
family
flipper.
and all that shit.
But then so we leave that, and then Soren and his wife, Liara or something, her name.
Yeah.
They have this little discussion. I can't even call it a spat because that would be overstating it. But like she basically, tries to remind Soren that people aren't afraid of him, that he's gotten soft. So, well, what's the natural reaction to that?
Guess we're going to get Halsey.
Yep, we're gonna go get Halsey. And what kills me about this is Felix's story really, to me, starts to fall apart like immediately. Because he's on the ship and he's relaying the story to Soren's crew about how he saw Halsey in a tube just for a moment, but nobody else saw. And he has this really smug attitude and this sly grin on his face while he's telling this story. And immediately you're like, something's off about this guy. Something's not right.
Yeah.
And well, as it turned out, something wasn't right because he and Soren go onto a destroyed cargo ship to try to go get Halsey's cryotube
In space.
and it turns out that Felix is a fucking narc. The UNS, I'm guessing the UNSC caught him because they, made
treason.
Yeah, they one of the charges listed among others was treason.
I think this is how they're going to get him back to John. Is John's going to find him in the prison and get him out.
And then I guess either
when he's like doing his uprising against Ackerson, which is clearly where it's going to go. I think.
I mean, I think it would be nifty if Soren managed to get his arm fixed
and got him a new set of armor. Fuck yeah, give me that.
Well, yeah, because his kid's running around in his old one, in his old helmet.
Yeah, that was cute.
But
also sad.
But
he got arrested. But yeah, shout out to Bokeem Woodbine.
You're just gonna keep flashing it out there now that you know it.
Yeah, I know. I've only been saying it because I know it. Because I literally, no joke, a few weeks ago we were watching Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I go, "Hey, look, that's Bokeem Woodbine."
Gonna go like fucking. Gonna go to L.A. one day and Bokeem's gonna be walking to the streets. Hey, look who it is.
I'm just so fucking proud of that fact. Like, hey, I know his name now.
Oh my god. Also, once Soren's crew notices that he got fucking caught, they peace out. I don't know if they were in on it, but it definitely seems sus.
Yeah.
So they get back to the rubble, and Liara's out there to greet them. They basically tell her, nope, Soren didn't come back with us. We had to get out of there because our ship was getting blown up. And she reacts, and then his kid Kessler runs off into a cave somewhere, and there's somebody in there, and god damn it.
Is it time?
It's time. Quad! Yep, she's back.
Oh boy.
Well, we had
yeah. No, funny. I said "God damn it" in my notes.
45.
As well.
We had a nice 45 minutes.
So close. We were so close. But at that time, like towards that end of the episode, I looked it up because I was like, is she in the cast list? So I saw it, and then I saw her on the screen. I was like, damn it. Because I was like, oh fuck, they're just eliminating the thing that I think most people complained about. But like, oh, Madrigal's gone. So like, oh, but it was clearly just a fake out.
I mean, she stayed on Madrigal.
Yeah, so it was clearly a bait and switch.
And that was the whole thrust of season one. Her whole arc in season one was getting the rebellion and saving the people of Madrigal.
And then they blow it up off screen.
Way to go there, Alderaan.
Awesome. So that's episode 1, Sanctuary.
I mean, I would
if we were gonna grade it like A to F, what would you put it? I would give it I'd give it a solid B.
I think I'm in a B+ category here. I'm like, the story is a bit more grounded. There's a lot less like interpersonal drama going on, and that's like really nice.
Yeah.
Especially with no McKee and no Quan for the vast majority of it. Really nice. It's really interesting. Like the direction they're taking this season seems to be kind of like a political thriller or an intrigue or something. Like it's not straightforward action.
And it's not like the soap opera melodrama of that first season.
I mean, there's obviously stakes here because the Covenant. I mean, anyone who with a brain could have fucking guessed it. They're gonna make their move to invade Reach.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that I wanted to point out. Another really good thing. The Marines are fucking useless.
As always.
I forgot to. I was looking back at my notes of things I wanted to joke about, and that was one of them.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah. All right. So B from me, B+ from Sparks. Let's roll on to episode 2, Sword.
Oh, it was sword. I wrote S word.
A sword.
A sword. So, okay, like before we turn into it, I think like really for the sake of ease, there are like 3. There's a lot of plots going on in this second episode, which was really weird. But I think if you boil them down to like their core components, you get like 3 plots. You get.
I think because they kind of they really do kind of converge together towards the end of this episode.
Yeah, we're jumping from a lot of perspectives. Like, so we start off with Halsey. Of all people. Holy shit, she's alive.
Which I'm assuming is the original, because I'm assuming the one that had the nosebleed at the end of the first season.
Oh yeah, no, that was definitely a Flash clone. And this one hasn't had a aneurysm yet, so I'm assuming
it's the original, yeah.
And she's chilling with some girl named Julia who just, keeps dying like Flash clones do.
Yep, getting the nosebleeds.
Yeah, like from Yankee Stadium. Get the nosebleeds.
Also, my note for this is catching up with Halsey.
And I don't know if it's like directly tied to the conversation they're having, but it seems like every time Halsey tries to press her for information, the girl gets a nosebleed and dies. I'm not saying that's why.
She gets to she's telling her a story of is a dream, right? That she's having, and she's describing the dream to her, and then she gets to like a certain point, and that's when she dies each time.
Mm-hmm. And and I think like it's some really good psychological torture going on here. Like I don't know if they're like Flash cloning some poor girl and sending her in there to fuck with Halsey.
I know,
like,
right?
Holy
and
shit,
they keep dying.
That's diabolical. Look at you. You did this to people. So yeah, that's going on, and then we've got the UNSC and Reach plot.
You know what that Halsey stuff reminded me of? It reminded me of the Watchmen HBO show with Ozymandias.
Yeah, I never got to watch that one.
Oh well, shit. Somebody out there will get that.
I got that one. I got that reference. So yeah, we got the UNSC Reach plot, and Perez, as Jake foreshadowed earlier, she's back. She is being given a medal for her bravery. Although the details surrounding what happened on Sanctuary seem a bit different than we might have remembered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're running with Ackerson's belief of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Also, again, I want to give props to this guy. I want to look him up real quick. But the dude who plays Ackerson continues to nail it, I think, in terms of just being an annoying prick, and I kind of love it. Like I don't know. I like a good villain, and it seems so far he's interesting me enough. I'm trying to pull it up.
Joseph Morgan. I'm digging it.
Keep it up.
And
I know you'll hear this.
Yeah, no, he's gonna add you on Twitter. I'm sure it'll happen.
The whole cast listens to everything said about the show.
They're hanging on your every word.
Yes.
So the guess here is that Perez was probably told to lie or did lie about her experience. We're not really sure which. And then, so, we got that going on, and then we flash forward, and Chief is in what I'm guessing is a briefing room or a mission room. I don't know. The whole place really changed since season 1 after McKee.
Yeah, I think they're on a. It seems to me like they're on a different base or something.
Something.
Would be my guess.
Yeah. But Cobalt Team is MIA.
Yeah, we find out.
Sorry, I just remember that poor guy changing the sign. Why are you changing the sign? I don't know, man.
Because it's my job.
You just told me to do it. Change it back.
I can't.
What? This
What?
poor fucking dude.
Stop shouting.
Someone just told me to change the goddamn sign. I don't make these decisions.
We did mention him in the last episode, but I will say that scene, I did like that scene of the Spartans giving each other shit.
Oh, yeah.
I did like that. But yeah, the fucking that was really weird. I'm like, God damn it. It's like they forget to I swear they forget to make John a human sometimes, and he's just doing weird shit. Like he's going to these smut, because we don't know, is it a therapy thing? Is it a sex thing? I don't know why but there's AI there.
I mean, no kink shaming.
And then you cut to him screaming at this poor man doing his job.
It was so random too.
Where are they? I don't fucking know. I'm just the sign guy. Which was kind of weird because we're in the year 2552. We probably would have a digital board here, but you know.
I guess they got analog in this space.
The UNSC pays, all right? I do what I'm told. Where the fuck are they? I don't know.
So, yeah, like we've got all this going on, and actually it's really nice that we get kind of like these weird little like slice of life vignettes for some of the Spartans. Like we spent actually a good bit of time focused on Riz in this episode.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if they're gonna give excuse me, in future episodes they're gonna give Vanek some more time too. But yeah, Riz is getting more attention in this episode for sure.
Oh yeah, well, and actually I think it's really nice because we're taught this ideal, and especially in the UNSC, that Spartans are basically indestructible. Spartans never die.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying
twice within like 10 minutes. It was said, and I was like, well, that's an interesting thing. But
Spartans never die.
But she's rehabbing with this guy Lewis, and it turns out he's actually a former Spartan 1 who, like, his augmentations made him go blind. And I thought that was like really, really interesting.
Yeah, I did too. I liked his character, and I like that it seems to be we're seeing more, not just with the Spartans, but I think we're seeing more of a change internally. Like he's pretty much telling her the whole thing of like, yes, you're a Spartan, but you are still also a human, and you still have limitations. And
like being a Spartan isn't the only thing you have.
And yeah, and that they touch on his character, and yeah, his character, this side character, which is like, whoa, this is how I know it's better than season 1. But there's a side character that I actually find interesting.
Yeah, I mean, between Lewis and the sign guy, nailing it here.
Yeah. Fucking poor sign guy.
Oh my god.
He better be in every episode. In the background. But I liked looking at a Spartan who's injured and telling a story of a Spartan who's injured and keeping that continuity from season 1 and like her dealing with, because she got fucked.
Oh, her scars are gnarly
in that fight.
Well, yeah, I mean, her shoulder was basically annihilated.
Yeah, I just remember that our review, and you're like, I don't think you realize how, like, she didn't just get dinged up, man.
No, like half her shoulder was just gone.
Up. Yeah, so she's clearly dealing with that, and again, I like that they're telling that story of like how a Spartan has to deal with, coming to terms with that.
Also,
they are human, and they're not just this killing machine.
Also, understand, so the space between the season finale for episode 1 and this season is 6 months. 6 months, and she basically has a shoulder again. Can we just what? That's insanity.
Yeah, but you got that Spartan healing ability, bro.
Do they have a healing ability?
I thought that was how they justified regenerate. Well, I guess that would have just been shields, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think that is canon or not. I just think they're super strong, super fast.
I mean, it was either that or the fucking torch that Cortana made on the ship did a hell of a thing.
True.
Fucking barbecued her ass and built her a new fucking shoulder. MacGyvered the shit out of her shoulder. Must have been. But actually, like seeing this, I think it's actually a really nice counterpoint because we ever see Spartans be these badasses in the field, and out of their group, we're seeing one of them that's actually in decline. And it's really kind of interesting because it's not something you'd expect. It's like when you become an adult and you start to see your parents get weaker, and it just it hits you so much harder because you used to think of them when you were younger being invincible, and to actually like see them grow weaker is really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
So it's really
well, and it deals with the very. It's the thought of what aging does to your psyche, and thinking of like we all eventually die, we all eventually break down.
Some faster than others, apparently.
But yeah, actually, again, that's there's positives and negatives. That's a big positive. However, my big negative is this wonky ass CGI with the fucking training. What are we doing?
I don't know. I actually thought it was okay.
Okay, but the running up the hill part, come on
Jake,
now.
Jake, it's no battle rifle. Okay, like that is like that between that and season 1's finale, this is still better than both of those. Like I'm not even remotely upset about this one. I think their training.
Come on, are you watching?
Their training.
Sorry.
God, their training is like wildly fascinating because basically it's like 3v1 and they're just hunting you down. And apparently Vanek, well, this dude's perfect.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna die this season. Mark it.
Probably.
Just write that down.
I wouldn't honestly. You want to hear a crazy theory? I think they might all die.
Oh, except for Chief.
Except for John.
Unless Cortana takes control of him again.
Oh.
Yeah, no, but like I think it was actually.
No, I like this. I did think this was cool though. I like them again. Very novel thing. I like the Spartans doing Spartan shit. So it was fun, and it was also again I think like a little play on the games because the multiplayer in the games, at least with Halo 4 and I don't know if they touched on the Bungie stuff, but at least with the 343 stuff, the way that they like lore wise explain it is it is training when you're playing Xbox Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like to take that concept and kind of find a way to implement it in the show, I thought was kind of cool, and I dug that.
So a little bit of a momentum killer here. We go onto our third plot, which is we're going back to the rubble, folks. To
do we do it again?
Yep.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
Quad! Quad! Yeah, she's still around. She's still kicking. Although this time she's on the run because with Soren gone, like everything, his whole empire, his enterprise, his empire was just getting bought up by another pirate. So her indentured servitude changed hands.
Oh goodness.
And she's being hunted down because she belongs to someone else now. And she runs.
Oh,
from
the
them.
Tracker thing. Oh yeah, and she's running the fucking tunnel, the sewers and shit.
Yep. She's running, has to tear that fucking tracker out of her ear. Which, I think of all places for a tracker to be, that's probably not the worst. This could have been much worse. Like in the back of your neck or something. But she manages to, and I'll get, you know what? I hate to give any credit to her whatsoever, but somewhere in these last 6 months, she learned basic self-defense.
There you go.
She wasn't out there just getting more family members killed.
Trying to find some positives. I appreciate it.
Yep. We got to at least be fair and balanced here. But she does kill her pursuers, so, she is getting people killed, even if she's the one doing it. And then it turns out that, Soren's crew might actually be in on it because they're doing their best to delay Liera from, leaving the planet to go after Soren. Probably because they know he's not going to be there. Imagine that. So, she knows something's up. And then Quan, goes, we had the positives for Quan, however small they were, and we're going to throw it right back to the negative because she goes full fucking asshole mode and basically tells Kessler that his dad, he ain't coming back.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's kind of a shitty thing to do, even if you're like emotionally distressed.
I mean, in Quan's defense, a lot of shit has happened to her, but it's like, read the room.
Okay, compared to everything everybody else is dealing with, her having to run for her life and tear a tracker out of her ear is like, it's a 3.
Well,
It's a minor problem at best. She just over dramatizes her bullshit. So we do that, and then okay, well, we're gonna shift gears and go back to another one of the other plots, and you know, it's kind of interesting, but Lewis actually does take Riz to see a healer of some sort, which I thought was kind of interesting.
yeah.
Like some guy who managed to like help him deal with his problems. Now, mind you, Lewis is still blind, but he seems to like give some sort of like therapeutic touch to Riz's shoulder, and like I guess it feels better. That seems to be the reaction she gave.
Yeah.
And then while that's going on, Chief, he decides he's going to go talk to Perez about what happened on Sanctuary to try to figure out why the hell she lied. And I actually thought this is really, really funny. This idea of Master Chief at a Mexican family dinner.
Yeah. You know, and this was another thing of like, okay, I understand its purpose. I understand what they're trying to do, but I don't know. It just feels like filler.
It's absolutely filler.
And it's just like, it's come on.
But
Master Chief, again, we saw him naked, we saw him banging, and now we're seeing him eat. We never thought we'd see all these things for Master Chief.
actually, it was really funny. It's like, I don't know if it was this scene or if it was one before it, where he goes to talk to Ackerman.
It was before this. Yeah,
It was before this. Ackerman's like, do you want to drink? He's like, no, I don't drink. He's like, do you eat? Well, we have our answer. He drank water, but he didn't eat food. So,
yeah, we didn't see him eating food, so we don't know.
So, I mean, he at least drinks water.
So he's at least somewhat human.
Yep, at the very bare minimum, he still needs rehydration. But like watching this Mexican family, like once especially they figured out that he's a Spartan, like that tone shift, like that was really funny. Like even if it's filler, it's a nice breakup from like all of the melodrama.
I think there's also been an attempt to not take itself as seriously as it did in the first season. I think there's a little bit more humor in this.
Mm-hmm. But basically, he talks to Perez, and she basically says that she lied because, I mean, on its face, who the fuck was going to believe her that the Covenant just left? That they, and I think a lot of it has to deal with her like dealing with like survivor's guilt because everyone else in her crew fucking got killed.
Yeah,
and
see now, yeah, and her stuff makes sense. Like why that's believable.
Yeah, and I can appreciate the idea. It's just when John says it to people above him, everyone's like, nah, that's ridiculous. I think you're losing your touch, man.
Well, okay, see, I forgot to bring that up, too. And I'm glad you got there, because I was going to say the thing of, like, all right, Ackerman would have been debriefed. You would have to think about the artifact. So he should know better than to question everything, because all the shit we know from Season 1, or what he should be knowing from Season 1, because we also, spoilers, I guess, or skipping ahead, we'll get to it when we get to it, but Ackerman clearly knows Halsey.
Oh, no, does he know Halsey? Because he is the one holding her in some, like, sort of really fucked up holodeck where basically he's just submitting her to an endless loop of assistants who are like Flash clones and they just die. Mm-hmm. But the really funny one to me was that fucking tree. Because it turns out that tree has a fun little story to Halsey's backstory, as it were, because growing up, her father had a pomegranate tree, and he raised it, and he made her do it in the early morning, and she thought it was beneath him. So during a thunderstorm, she burned his fucking tree, and doesn't ever think that he ever knew, but she never told anybody, except one other person knew this. Or I guess, quote-unquote, person.
It was Cortana.
It was Cortana all along. And actually, it makes me wonder: has Cortana been the one like doing all of this? Has she been the one fucking with her with the girl? Like she's creating this whole scenario.
I realized as I said it that, like, of course Ackerman is trying to discredit John because he knows that he probably would be telling the truth because he would have the information from the first season. So, okay, that makes sense. All right, I want to address what you just said. Are they trying to imply this is all about Cortana trying to get back to John?
I don't know if it's so much getting back to John right now.
Or trying to fuck with Halsey.
I think it's kind of fucking with Halsey because, again, she's on a holodeck. And unless Cortana told somebody about the pomegranate tree, which just so happened to go up in flames at the end of her conversation with Ackerman, it definitely feels like, and she's like outside the door of Halsey's little torture cell. It definitely feels like there's something personal going on here.
So as we're wrapping up this episode.
Wow. Hold. So we talked about Cortana. And he leaves.
Because that's towards the end, right?
Yeah. Well, that's like, so there's two things left. So,
I mean, what else is there to say about Cortana?
Okay. Well, Cortana looks a lot different. That's for sure.
Yeah. Why did they try to make her look more like the voice actor?
Well, okay. So in the season 1, it was a completely CG animated model. It wasn't even a real person with with a voice. And then this season, they gave her a real actress. I don't know if it's because there was like some weird like scheduling issue in the first season or what, but it's really jarring because I had finally like mentally acclimated myself to how she looked in season 1.
Yeah.
And then, oh no, the old switcheroo.
Which I guess I understand the idea, again, of adaptation and trying to do things differently, but why not just use the same model you had in the games? I just don't understand why you wouldn't just use that asset and put it in here.
Because that's too simple. It's too easy.
Yeah, I know.
So, but as he's leaving, so apparently Ackerman has had Cortana running simulations of some unknown scenario, and it turns out that like 90% of the scenarios that she's ran, no matter what they do, the end result is always the same. And they're being very mysterious about this simulation. Except at the end, like he says, "Well, I'll check on you some of this." She goes, "Well, no, you won't because of the simulation." He goes, "Oh, well, yeah, no, it's just a thing people say," implying that like doom is coming. And anyone, again, who could have guessed based on everything we're leading up to, yes, it is.
Yeah.
And then as he walks away, we get a shot of one piece of the artifact.
Yeah, and so then we find out that mysterious figure from episode 1. We knew that beforehand. We knew that when he was weirdly talking to the possible sex bot, because we see her face. But at one point we hear the whispering of "Stay with me. You should have stayed." And then eventually we hear "You should have stayed with me." And we find out it's Maki or however the hell you say it.
Yeah, Maki somehow survived everything at the end of season 1.
How? She was shot in the chest.
She got better
by a Magnum. You and I know those pistols are pretty badass.
I mean, I don't know. I just assume.
Well, based on the game.
Oh, so we both assume. I mean, they're being handled by by Spartans, so if we see a Marine wield them, they may as well be fucking straws. Because clearly this is what happens, because we cut to another bunker after Chief discovers that Cobalt never left Reach. Ever. They were actually on Reach the whole time. So he gathers up the crew to go, get them back. And we cut to that other bunker. And oh shit, it's the Covenant. They're invading. And McKee is there, alive. I will
say this though, that I liked the ending to this episode a little bit.
I actually had it in my notes that I didn't see any mention of yours. We got this really neat sort of You remember the end of Rogue One where Vader's on the ship and you get
Yeah.
that blackness
Yeah,
and the
I
fucking
like this.
saber
I like
lights up?
this scene. Yeah.
It's like almost, I wouldn't say it was beat for beat, but it had that very, very strong vibe.
But what I loved about it too was the end where it was just like it just said, "This is too easy," pretty much, because they're the Marines and not the Spartans.
So, and I guess that was something like I guess an issue I had, and I guess it's something they didn't explain, and I didn't care enough to go back and watch. And did all of the Covenant priests die?
I don't fucking know. They kind of just dropped that in the middle of the last season.
Because all of a sudden,
Or not the end, because they talked to her about the great journey, and then they were there, and then
and they
we
were
don't know what
and
happened.
they were gonna fucking kill her.
Yeah, and then weren't the Spartans there too to go? Because then they end up on High Charity, or they didn't? No, they didn't.
No, nobody was on High Charity. They were just on that holy planet.
Right. They weren't there. Okay, that's right.
But now McKee is basically like tight with the Covenant
I don't.
because she's commanding an elite.
And then tells the elite to open the crate because she looked for the other piece of the fucking artifact. Of course, the artifact is back.
Everything is back.
Okay. I didn't hate this episode. I thought both episodes were fine. I enjoyed both of them. I'd say they're both probably a B for me.
I think if they were in season 1, they would be 2 of the stronger episodes for season 1. So
If you took that first episode and you took of season 1 and like maybe like took the episodes that we liked, right, and you put these episodes here, you probably have a pretty decent season.
I mean, it would have at least been a B minus.
But this is the thing that I hated about this, because I liked episode 1 more because episode 1 was focusing on the new plot lines, but keeping things moving forward, focusing on the new stuff of what we're learning more about the Covenant. It's focusing on Silver Team and Master Chief and stuff. But when it goes to the plot lines from last season, that's when I don't like it, because it's like I felt like those storylines were finished and wrapped up in that first season. And we should have why the hell are we bringing this character back?
Well,
When you made it look like you killed her on screen, you shot her in the fucking chest, and you saw the blood. I don't know.
well, Jake, it's just like season 1. Episode 1 is always a proof of concept. And
Because, yes, just like the first season, this first episode was so damn solid and started out so well.
well, like the first 15 minutes of it.
That's what I mean. They nailed the first act every time.
All right, so here's what they got to do.
But second and third act is where they struggle.
Here's what they got to do. They got to release Halo as a series of YouTube shorts in 15-minute bursts.
Shit.
That right there, that'll solve it.
You know what we should do?
Watch Red versus Blue.
Oh, I was going to say, as a bonus episode, we should do that Forward Unto Dawn movie.
We'll see what kind of reaction we might get.
I think you
between
could
then and
find it on YouTube. But, yeah, oh, dude, have you ever watched it?
now. No.
Again, pretty solid Halo adaptation, live action. Like, I was legitimately surprised how fun it was.
But again, also Red versus Blue.
No, it's too late.
It's too late. You can never go back. But yeah, so
The
that
ship has
was
sailed. No, yeah. Again, it's the season 1 stuff. Like, continuing those 2 plot lines in particular, which I felt ended the way that they were, like, where you didn't need to continue them in the season. I just don't understand it.
yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously Quan is working up to something because she keeps staring at something on the cave wall. I didn't care enough to go look and see if it was a relevant symbol from her episode 7 because I don't care. But I guess that's something.
I'm just trying to figure out how her story is going to converge at all to the main narrative, because her story arc has had no tie at all to the main narrative of this show, and I just don't understand.
All right, I'll give it to you here. In the end, she's going to be some sort of massive savior. Some sort of Deus Ex Machina.
Plot twist, she's the Arbiter. Maybe. Are we going to get Arbiter here? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we'll get season 3 if there is a season 3.
I would say based on the way this is going, it's decent odds to get a season 3. I guess a lot would depend on actual viewership.
I want to point out that we were very positive on these 2 episodes. I know people probably think like the whole shtick is we hate the show. I gave both episodes a B. I think it's a solid start. I'm invested. I'm interested.
I would say we were at least 75% positive.
And I'm not just saying that I'm invested because we started the show doing the miniseries. I'm just saying
clearly
I'm actually interested in where it's going.
I just invested enough that I spent the episode 0 shitting on season 1.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, you can't just dive right into the pool headlong.
You and I both agreed though. It is I think the difference is there between season 1 and season 2 already, and we're only 2 episodes in. I think I enjoyed both episodes a lot more than I enjoyed a good portion of the first season.
Well, and
so
look, it's only 8 or 9 episodes.
I think this one is 8.
And as it is, we're now 2 episodes out from this one they've been hyping the living hell out of, which means we're going to get into the fall of Reach like lickety split.
In 2 episodes, which is fucking okay. Which, again, is interesting because I think that's, if we want to break it down and look at it on a broader scale, I think that's very smart. If you're going to do an 8-episode season and episode 4, your midway point is going to be the fall of Reach. That's smart. The fucking chips are there. I'm waiting for them to just blow it in some way. Because everything is leading up to making it be like, this would be pretty cool. I really hope they get it right.
I would say, yeah. No, I think they're building in a good direction. I can safely say that if we never see Chiefs browser history, we'll be the better for it.
They just do weird choices with this stuff.
You could just go see a normal therapist.
I'm sure there has to be some sort of therapist on the UNSC base. Like, come on.
That was always an option.
It's the 26th century, John. Come on.
He's a 26th century man with 26th century needs.
What did you say? What did you give this episode? I said B across the board. So.
I think this one argued a little weaker, so I'm going to err on the side of B-. A lot less combat. We did finish stronger. The Halsey stuff was interesting. More Quan though. But
new character Ackerman's a good addition to the series. I like him. So I mean, there's that positive.
Sure. Also, where the hell is Miranda?
Yeah, what the fuck? Where did she go? Did that actress not come back?
Both of the Keys we got Admiral Keys for
very little of Jacob. Yeah.
Yeah, and not even a scent of Miranda hanging around.
I think we'll see more of them in the coming episodes because I imagine they'll be a big part of the stuff with Reach. I did like the end of this episode too. I liked how John was just like you said, he got grounded for being irrational, and then he's like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna take these guys and go find Cobalt."
Yeah, call me irrational. I'm gonna go do whatever the hell I want.
All right. Well, I want to look it up real fast because next week we're down to just 1 episode, thankfully.
Yeah, we'll just have to stretch that out into an hour.
I mean, I'm not saying it has to be an hour. I'm just saying it's just.
Well, you have to set a precedent.
These first 2 episodes have been longer because we've had a little bit more ground to cover. So, the title of episode 3 is Visgrad. Visgrad. I don't know. It says Vissegrad, so I'm gonna say Visgrad. John and Silver team embark on an unsanctioned mission.
I wonder if that's the name of another map. Are they all maps?
I think so.
Vissegrad is a town in the Epos continent in the human colony of Reach. So
yeah, these next 2 episodes are going to be on Reach. So
strap in.
That'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually like legit. I'm actually interested and excited.
Well,
So.
we'll have to see what comes of it.
Sparks, at the end of the day, what do we always say?
Will we say something?
At the end of the game.
Oh, God. It's been a weird week. At the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back into the same box.
Yeah.
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.